You mentioned that 6 years of investment wiped out in 6 hours.
Yeah. So, 6 years, we choose the term 6 years, but to put this in perspective, right, this was my life's work. So it was 27 years of hunting, farming, and working, right? But that site we bought in 2006, 18 years ago. So it's not really, and we paid $17 million in 2006. Just to put things in perspective, 6 years was when we borrowed $30 million to develop that beach. So the pain and the hurt is that we spent $30 million developing the infrastructure on that beach. Half of that money you couldn't see with your eyes. It was underground. We had the water reticulation system. We had fiber optic cables. We had a 1.2 kilometer broad walk. Underneath it was the drainage, the water, the electricity. It was a world-class world service structure that you couldn't even see with the eyes. So there's that pain that you've lost, and we borrowed $30 million abroad. So you obviously have that foreign exchange impact at the same time. You lose the income that was coming from there, which we're using to do so many different things, as well as paying our loan back. Then you've got to begin to try to understand the impact on the ecosystem of the business. And the reason why we're a business, leisure, lifestyle platform developer is that you come to one place and you can do everything. So whether it's a conference, watch a movie, eat a meal, do some work, sit on the beach, have a party. You could do literally anything. So a major part of that was lost, and it had knock-on effects on the other parts of the ecosystem. But the biggest tragedy of this were the businesses that were affected by the losses of revenue. So, I'll start with the formal and then the informal side. So the formal ones were obvious, all the businesses that were within the landmark ecosystem and on the beach itself that were destroyed. They were destroyed without notice as well. Many of them didn't have time to remove TVs from their walls, fridges from the kitchens and stuff. I remember when Breeze was being demolished, there were guests in the pool, right? So it was tragic. There were over 160,000 members of the beach. We had 9.2 billion naira of members' money in our accounts. We had contracts. When this thing was demolished, I had to negotiate. I think there were about 200, and we counted, we had to go through it one by one, over 200 contracts. So whether it was things like FM contracts, supply of water, toilet roll, fumigation, light bulb maintenance, lifeguard contracts. We had a water cleaning system that cleaned the sea. And then the Norwegians did. We had signed a 3-year contract. We were in the second year of that 3-year contract. All these things were all prepaid and obligations. Sometimes you wish that there was a natural disaster, right? At least that it's a force majeure. But when we talk about losses, it's a lot of people just see and say, well, you lost the infrastructure. But it was a lot more. The guy parking cars on the streets didn't have a job anymore. The person selling sweets at the gate. There were people who built hotels outside Landmark that were full every time because of this thing. To put into perspective, we had 4.5 million visitors a year. We employed 4,000 people. They say in Nigeria, the dependency factor is 16, right? So 4,000 people employ times 16. So we're still seeing the effects of this.
Ease of doing business in the mud. What else? Foreign direct investment, indigenous investment, diasporan investment, all in the mud, just because of bitterness. Because there's actually no reason. Actually, if you take this video in isolation, I do not understand the conversations that happened before the demolition and the conversations after. As I talk to you, there is a new alignment on that particular road. How government destroys a multi-million-dollar investment just so they want to build a legacy project of a road that, by all standard, by all analysis, would not change, would not update our gross domestic product by any way. Of course, there will be a free flow of traffic from Lagos to Calabar as it were. But all these are just rhetoric or something that is going to last 30 years. You are destroying an investment. And guess what? This investment, they did their own homework. I don't want to actually get the tribal undertone because it waters down the conversation. A Nigerian is a Nigerian and investment is investment. Let's not even go there. I'm not saying it is totally not possible, but it's not something that I want to use. It is a poly. Look at him. Tomorrow you are encouraging other Nigerians who have made money, and look at how this man will become devastated. If not be shock absorber, how people like this suppose even to dey talk. And you expect this man tomorrow to be proud to say I'm a Nigerian. Somebody will call and say, what is the ease of doing business? Make I come. If you want to deal with people like this, with all of this, you will ensure say you dot your I's and you cross your T's. You will not say in the heat of it, na me really mess up, na me fuck up. See Anna, you see how embarrassing a government that came to ameliorate the plight of people, to alleviate poverty, and then you are impoverishing more people and playing bitterness, politics of bitterness. Politics of bitterness. That's what you are playing. For no reason. Yeah. No, like I said, it is beyond tribal politics. It is beyond the tribal rhetorics. I am not saying it is totally extricated. It is beyond that. It is painful. Anybody would have been a victim of this. Anybody can be, but there is no reason for it. Look at the amount you are hearing. All investment put in everything. And this guy did their homework. As I talk to you, they are doing realignment. They are having readjustment. The Minister of Works was so, and then we saw these things. But of course, there are a few of you that support this government and would not care. They don't care whether the person is right or wrong. As long as anything they do, anything anybody says in the government is right. Even the most idiotic of the persons in the government is, even Akpabio, that is an embarrassment to this government. As I talk to you, ask anybody in the corridors of power. They are not so proud of Akpabio. You see all those things. A pastor was saying some I think I posted it on this page, and he was saying that anytime you see a man of God always talking about his wife, there's a secret sin he's committing that the woman is covering. Always happy. Oh, my mother. Before you preach, I'm not saying that people do not love their wives, but you see that point where the man no longer have himself, never have hold on himself. You know, get where you will talk, help your wife, which will become noise. People should know you love. Talk, no, not be anything. How many times Jesus Christ expressed love to the Father? Now, action. The people that named believers Christians, they were not the ones that said they follow Christ. Now, action they see. But they see these ones are Christians, they act like Christ. Now, in that same pedestal, when you see somebody love something, oh, the way this matter be, you can as well know, say, the way this thing came bend. Okay, I agree, but this matter so, work. It's not right. But you see these guys helping the government, they will help anything. Akpabio has been helping this government. And once you tell say there is something wrong with the inner caucus, a few persons have been told to go and put their house in order. When they come in 2027, they will replace him. That's why Akpabio is always happy. But you see people online, these dull people, the people that are in corridors of power say, no, Akpabio is an embarrassment to us. It doesn't have the charisma. It doesn't have that Senate presidential outlook or brand, as it were. Not so smart. I mean, is there anything Akpabio has said that is quotable, that you can pin down to say quote? I can remember, oh God, Chuba Kadigbo, Ayin Pius Ayin, Bukola Saraki. I wasn't so much of a fan of David Mark, right? But at least there are a few other Senate presidents that has come in, Evan Ewerem, that come here, you could, the demure, they call them Mure. Some level of panache, personality, and you go understand. See this one. You be like all those people where they serve for beer parlor. He don't look like the most he can be. The most this guy can be in a secular society. Most Akpabio can be. Forget the most and the most he can be. You'll be backpack chairman. Most. All those language. So why am I saying this? A few of these guys are aware to say this is an embarrassment. I have people on APC that are saying no, Akpabio is an embarrassment to them. But you see the people online, they will hype everything. Let's also agree that this was a wrong move of government. Wrong move. People spend multi-million to invest in something that was you know how much, as a person that was planning to come into Nigeria, Landmark was a place I was supposed to visit because you had I had even queried the publicity given to it. But a few of my friends that had gone there to say something you have to look at. I don't like Lagos very easy. Not for anything. Place is too busy. I hate traffic. I I hate to have to plan for something and plan for another factor to plan. No, I don't like it. So I don't like. But I thought, okay, maybe I will stay for a day to get into Lagos just to feel this. But all that is gone. And beyond the primary destruction, it is the secondary destruction of the mental resilience of most Nigerians to come and look into investing. And it's happening again in Abuja as I talk to you. Wike is doing as much as he wants to, and that's the problem of this country. This is failure. Because at the end of the day, you're asking, since Bola Ahmed Tinubu became president, which foreign direct investment has he brought? What has he introduced? How has he bettered the lots of generality of people? People are getting poorer. There's something we are now in a multi-dimensional poverty regime, as it were. They are pursuing the people that can even give succor. This is why.